Welcome to the Mental Health Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania. Brought to you by Carolyn, Connie, and Tyleisha. Come on in.
Warming Center we're open from 11 at night till 7 in the morning to the community when the temperature is going to be 25 degrees or colder. So this past winter we were open over 80 hours and we had over 300 visitors.
This is the room where most of the patients will come in, and you will see that they have games to play, a room to relax. The facility also has a place where the patients could practice their beliefs. One of the activities the facility promotes is drawing.
Another person come and ask people what they wanted on the walls, and they came up with this pattern. Colorful and inspiring because, this was white walls, that was white walls, these were white walls. These have since been painted blue, but they need painted again.
Too much institutionalized looking.
This is Nicole. We asked her, why does she come to the MHA?
Helps me when I'm depressed. And I also volunteer here because that makes me feel good when I'm volunteering. Doing like Wash for Warming Center. I've been a member here for like 18 years. And the services I get are, I go to Safe Harbor for see my doctor. Counseling, I'm going to be there for therapy. What else do I do? I don't know. The activities are fun here.
What activities do you do?
Bowling, or we like go to the peninsula, rides on the peninsula, go get ice cream.
Next, we asked Nicole, what has she accomplished at the MHA?
Being associated with her, my best friend that used to work here, and him, it helped me to succeed in life. I got the I Am the Evidence Award for changing my life around. So.
That's awesome. So is that like the award to for proof that this works and helps?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It does work. It does help. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything.
The next speaker is an intern at the MHA. This is her story.
I'm an intern through Edinburgh University's Social Work Department, earning my BSW, and I will graduate in May. And I'm an intern, so pretty much I'm here to learn about the mental health field, also the drug and alcohol field. It's opened my eyes to mental health issues, homelessness, domestic violence, poverty, not having enough food to eat.
What persuaded you to go through this major?
I think with my own, I wouldn't say quite a mental illness because I really have not been diagnosed, but I've had a lot of hard struggles in life, and with myself being a single white woman right now, it's hard to find, I would say, a meaning in life. Both of my children are grown. I don't have a husband. Both my parents have passed away. So I think I've always wanted to be in the caring field. I was in nursing for like 17 years. So I just think that, the caring, helping hand and the loving heart has always been there. Just keep on keeping on and, think about the next person who doesn't have the opportunities that you have. I complained earlier, my feet hurt. Well, I also have to think about the gentleman in the wheelchair downstairs who doesn't get to use his feet. So it keeps you humble, and it keeps you grounded in knowing that what you're doing most likely will make a difference.
And would you like to work here after you're done with your senior year, or would you like to work somewhere else?
I would like to stay within the mental health field, but I myself had drug and alcohol issues, so I think I would also like to work in the drug and alcohol field. So it's a toss-up between two. I think the two and two are hand in hand a lot of times. You just don't wake up and say, oh, I think I'm going to have schizophrenia, or I think I'm going to, be addicted to crack. It just doesn't happen. But one sometimes leads to the other.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Rita Wheeler. She is the Development Program Volunteer Coordinator.
Last fiscal year, which runs July 1st through June 30th, we had over 200 volunteers, and we had contributed over 8,000 hours. People in treatment facilities, if they're like at Cadencia or Snow House, Community House, Erie Community Correction Center, in order to get free time, they have to do community service hours. Members downstairs who want to go back to work. How am I going to get in the habit of getting up, getting ready, being on time, staying my shift, watching my language, watching my dress? How am I going to get back into the swing of doing all that? They might be volunteers. We have a person who retired. He does our spirituality group now. So there's a process where they fill out an application. It's a regular employment type application. They have an interview. Depending on what they're going to do, if they're going to be in the computer lab, if they're going to be working in the cafe, there might be a second interview. So we match up people's strengths, their skills, their talents, what they'd like to contribute to what we need done.
Could you talk about any recovery stories?
I had a person who needed to do 200 hours community service. He stayed another year voluntarily to volunteer here. He was done with his 200 hours. And he was able to get himself back on track. He got himself a job at McDonald's and worked his way up. Then he got a job at a call center, and he got married. So that's pretty neat. So recovery is determined by the person, what they're going after, what they want to do. Sometimes when people finish their treatment, they might be inpatient and then they go to an outpatient treatment, or they go to a halfway house. And when they're done at the halfway house, they might continue to volunteer here because they've made connections. They've made friends, they feel comfortable, they feel like they're being productive. So the person coming in the door is the one who determines where they're at in their recovery and what's important to them.
Okay.
And it's my job to listen and figure out who can help them, or how can we help them.
How did you become so, it seems like you're very passionate
Yes.
about this. How did you become so passionate?
I have a lot of family members who have mental illnesses, and I wanted to learn how to better communicate with them. So I thought if I went and worked, I started out as a volunteer here, and I thought if I worked with them, maybe I could learn something different, because sometimes when it's your family, you're kind of close and you can't see. So my father spent time at Warren State Hospital, 2 separate occasions. He has since passed on, but that was very hard and very trying. So I think I have a lot of empathy for people. And I realize that the illness, the way we say it at the organization, is that the illness is 15%. 85% of the people's lives is what we concentrate on. They want to have a family. They want an education. They want a vacation. They want a job. They want the same thing everybody else wants. So how can we make that happen? How can we connect them?
So we will leave you guys with that question. What should we do? You know what to do. Thank you.